somewhere in a valley in the desert of Arizona, over this beautiful landmark called the Hoover Dam. We're doing work to secure generational wealth for our family on our first 5 acres. This is a valley where mother cows roam free with their calves, and it looks like they have lost a lot of weight feeding their young ones, but they're okay. If you can read the description posted here for you to enjoy, you will find that these cows are sacrificing themselves to make sure that their babies eat. The community is encouraging the ranchers to come out and get their cows so that they can be fed and plumped. However, these are free-range cows. They roam on the land that is owned by the government. So here we have this crew again, the ones that were cracking jokes because we had them put up our first barn on flat land that had no foundation. But stay tuned, guys. Subscribe to the channel and keep watch because there will be a foundation placed here. We're up in age, but we're not any dummies, me and Mama. Anyhow, these guys had to come back out and fix the problems that they left for us when they put up this barn. They had no idea how strong we were as women. We fussed and got them to come back to finish the work that they did improperly. My brother Victor went out to the property to meet them there to make sure that they would do what they needed to do this time. According to the inspection that we received, they were to make sure that the ground met with the building, and it looks like they did a pretty good job at that this time. They also needed to put the anchors that were sticking up back down into the ground and spend a little time doing that. They did. And they also put up some trim on the building, although you will find that they did not complete the trim because they claimed that they didn't have all of the materials that they needed. Now, we don't know why they didn't have all the materials because we definitely paid for this job in advance. And we feel like they should have been able to complete what we paid for the first time that they came out without us having to argue with the company to get these contractors to come out and do what they were supposed to do in the first place. We are women. We're just two women. And again, we are up in age, but we're no dummies. And everything that they have not done according to specifications, they will have to come back out and do it all over again. We're not stopping until we get our money's worth and what we've paid for. Here you can see where it's missing whatever it needed as far as the materials are concerned for them to finish up the trim on the building. My brother did his walk around. You can see more rivets in the building that will keep the sidings from being peeled off from the gust of wind that comes on. Because in this desert, you guys, the winds are very high. And as you saw in one of our previous videos, we do get dust needles out here, and we don't need this building to just fly up in the air. It costs too much money, and we want this building to stick. I have to say it is holding up and it looks pretty good out here. Just a few more tweaks and this building will be ready for the next phase of the projects that we have imagined for this building. My brother is doing a really good job with his walk around, doing the inspection so that we can let the company know what their workers did or did not do. We have the notification posted on the door outside so that the fire department can see and come out and do their final inspection to let us know if it's okay for the building to be a go. And we want to give thanks to that fire department because those are the same guys that came out when Genesis caught on fire. And they helped to save Mama's camper from burning down. Here you can see from the outside where the trim is missing, but we'll get them to come back and take care of the things that they have missed. We got more anchors in the ground, which is wonderful. And yeah, guys, we're out here doing what we need to do to get our situation off the ground. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice, you guys. The ground is actually meeting up with the bottom of the building. It was not doing that before. You could see gaps between, but the guys came out and did a pretty good job at that. My brother's doing a very good job at the inspection. This video will be shown to the company that we got this building from, and they will have to do right by us because we're not taking no for an answer. We actually had the rock pad ready to go when they came out with this building initially. However, they tried to work us out of about $1,600 good dollars and told us that our foundation was not even. They couldn't put the building down on it. And so if you can remember, our friend Damien spent about 4 hours moving these rocks around, and it was not required because it was looking good. And here's a conversation that I had with my brother Victor about these shady contractors that came out and yet again hadn't had the materials needed to finish the trim on the building. So they're going to have to come out yet again. But like I said, we're not taking no for an answer. And shout out to the community member who actually posted that our campers were on fire. And my brother Victor did a good job at putting something in the windows, the foil in the windows, where the firemen actually broke out the windows in Mama's camper to assist with her camper not catching on fire so that we could salvage it and remodel it now. Great work, you guys. Good work, brother. Yet again, you've stood up for the family, and we appreciate you. And the word of our Heavenly Father says, whoever is slack in his work is a brother of him who destroys. Thanks for watching.